We are loud, obnoxious, and completely inappropriate. Viewer's discretion is strongly advised. Hello everyone and welcome to Camping with Lonnie. So today I want to go talk about lessons learned from our first camping trip. There are lots of lessons learned and stuff I think it's just going to be completely lessons learned rather than a review of anything that I've done. Okay, so let's start with something simple. I don't even know where to start because it's so eye-opening experience, because when I go camping with friends and family, everything was like sorted out pretty easily. But if you're going solo camping by yourself, there's a lot of things that you have to keep an eye on. Let's just start with something simple. Equipment. I think equipment is the best way to start this, because going into camping, I'm supposed to have a grill. As you guys know, if you listen to the first podcast, I had to go to the store and grab a grill because I forgot my grill at home. I really thought when I left and packed the car day before, day before I left, I thought I already put it in there. Apparently, I did not bring the grill, so I had to buy a new grill. So that's one thing I forgot. But so far, going to the whole trip, that's the only thing I forgot. So it's not a bad thing. The other one too that I miscalculated is the water thing. I thought 4 liters of water is good enough for a weekend trip. Apparently it's not. It's definitely not even made it to the top. At the end of the day, I literally just need a total of like 6 liters of water. So what I'm planning to do for the next camping trip that's coming up is I'm just going to bring, as an experiment to compare both of them, is I am going to bring individual bottled waters. The reason why I'm going to do that is that I don't. If I don't use it if I don't use it, I can use it throughout the whole time. Like when I go out or all that stuff before I go. When I go out and about, I have extra water, so that's not a problem, because I do still have a 4-liter jug of water here that I am going to bring with me to the next camping trip that's coming up. But I'm going to bring 12 pack of water just in case. So that's one thing. The other one too that I forgot to bring with me is shoes for taking a bath, taking showers, because it is a communal shower in the provincial park. I do apologize. I have motorcycles all over where I'm recording this. The biggest issue I have there is the floor. So for hygienic reasons, you should bring your own flip-flops when you take a shower. So that's why I ended up grabbing that when I was at Canadian Tire in my last trip. So that's one thing. The other one as well too that I wish I brought with me in camping is oil and butter, food-wise. I forgot to bring that with me, so I had to improvise a bit. In other words, I just didn't use it. I wish I did, but that's a couple of things. That's 2 things I forgot to bring with me, but the rest I had everything else. Speaking of butter and oil, I do want to talk about coffee. I have those instant coffee things. They're great in a pinch, but it is because you're used to like different type of coffee, like a certain level of coffee, you are going to crave that level of coffeeness. So I am looking at grinding my own coffee for the upcoming trip, so I have something that has good coffee again, right? So that's what I'm looking at right now, if I'm going to do that route, because drip coffee tastes so much better. But unfortunately, there's a lot of logistics things that I do have to figure out if I'm going to go that route. But for now, I'm going to keep using the instant coffee. For now, again, I have a couple of weeks before I leave for my next trip, so that might change. Okay. The second thing that, not second, there's multiple things. The only thing that I want to make sure that I change or bring with me for the next trip is another chair. There's two reasons. There's a couple of reasons. Well, two reasons. One is I want to have a chair inside the tent. Second, if you are planning to leave your tent, especially your solo camping, if you bring your own separate chair, that means it looks like there's like a second person with you, so you don't have that feel of you're by yourself. So for safety reasons, especially if you're planning to camp yourself and if you're a woman, you want to camp by yourself, having an extra chair there gives the illusion that there is another person there. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Second, the other thing that I wish I brought with me in my first trip, but I did not bring. I wish I brought it in my first trip, but I'm definitely going to bring it with this trip, is my watch. I have my regular watch with me that I normally bring with me when I go to resorts or anything like that. So if it gets lost, I don't really care. It only costs $20. That kind of watch. But because I am staying in Canada, I'm staying in Ontario, it's like literally a few hours away from Toronto. I decided for next trip I'm going to bring my Apple Watch with me, or a smartwatch. Just say that's a smartwatch, because a couple of things. One, if your smartwatch is connected to your phone and you can actually take calls in, you can leave your phone in the car. You don't have to bring it with you all the time. So you're going to be somewhat disconnected with the world. So it's a good thing, right? So that's what I'm planning to do for the next trip, is to bring my smartwatch with me for again, checking the weather, messages, so you don't have to be burdened to carrying your phone. So that's reason why I want to do that. The other reason that I want to do a couple of changes in my setup is cable. When I went to this trip, I only brought one cable with me. Sorry, two cables. One is for my phone, it's the Lightning to USB-C, and the other one is USB-C to USB-C to transfer my audio that I'm using for recording into a computer. The reason why I brought that with me, because of the work-related thing, plus I need to charge stuff. I made a mistake to carrying two cables, and theoretically I need more than that. Okay, and that brings me to the other one as well, to laptop. I brought a laptop with me in the last trip because I was it was work related, because I have a couple of deadlines I was waiting for. I was already in the campsite. I do need to log in, those kind of things, just in case for emergency for work. I brought that because of that reason, and it actually helped me fix my recorder because of the firmware thing. So that was a bonus for me. This upcoming trip, I am going to bring it again with me, again for work related, but you don't need to bring it with you when you go regular camping. So I suggest you just leave it there. Okay. The other one as well too is camera, because I was planning to take photos like I promised in the last video. I didn't get a chance to post anything because a couple of reasons. One is raining. The other one is like I just didn't bring it with me. So I wish I brought it with me, because it would be nice to take photos of the campsite properly, proper exposure, proper everything. I was thinking about relying on my phone to do that, but having a proper camera would be nice to do. So I'm going to bring that. So that's one thing that I forgot to bring with me. So it's a thing, right? So the stuff that I want to talk about next is what I'm planning to leave here. Like I'm planning what not to bring with me. Like the first trip, I actually overpacked on the last trip. The reason why I overpacked is my first time going, and I don't know what I'm planning to bring with me, right? What do I need? So last trip, I took 3 yoga mats with me, so I'm only bringing 1 this time. Okay. What else? Sleeping bags. I brought 1 sleeping bag last time. I'm still gonna bring 1 sleeping bag, but the only thing that I'm gonna plan to bring with me is actually a small fitted sheet, just in case it gets warm. But so far, that's the only thing I'm actually gonna leave behind. The rest I'm still gonna be bringing with me. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm planning to leave behind. It's just the yoga mat, but the rest I'm gonna bring with me. But anywho, yeah. So again, I just want to do a little recap on my last trip. There's a lot of like what I wish I brought with me, why did I brought it with me, what I'm gonna bring with me again for the next trip, and what I'm planning to leave. And so far, Everything remains the same except one chair that I'm bringing with me, and I'm leaving 2 yoga mats instead of keeping one. That's not bad, to be honest with you. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, and oil and butter. That's the 2 things that I will need to bring with me for the next time. So, yeah. And the rest I'll figure it out when I start packing next week. Well, mostly this coming weekend, because I need to, get ready, right? And hopefully at this time I will get a chance to charge my Jackery with the sun, because I really want to know how that actually works, because I never get a chance to try it. Yeah. So, I'm planning to bring sandals this time too, because it was hot. Let's just say it was pretty hot. So I'm going to bring that with me and go from there. Thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next camping trip. I do promise you guys that I'm going to review the Gazelle T4 in green color. I'm going to review that after the second trip, not this coming trip, because I need 2 camping trips in total to actually feel it, to work on it, to test it out and abuse it. So I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna do that review after the second trip. Okay. Oh, sorry, before I let you guys go, the freeze dry food that I tried, the MRE and the freeze dried food, I think I'm gonna axe that in the review portion, because I was extremely disappointed in the freeze dry part. The MRE, I'm gonna start looking for like a box of MREs that I can try on my camping trip. But right now, how it stands, I'm not gonna do any more freeze dry, because I did not have breakfast on Sunday morning before I left. So hence, I'm gonna chop that from my review thing. But I'm going to see if I can get our MRE going into this trip. If not, then I'll just grab something that's easy to cook and go from there. So thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys in the next camping trip.